friend is in the building, and I'm very proud to introduce you to what I call my mayor. I am so proud. Give a round of applause, everybody. My mayor of the city of Chicago, former Commissioner Brandon Johnson. Give a round of applause. Let me tell you all something. You don't know how excited I am about Mayor Brandon Johnson as our mayor of the city of Chicago. He's a fighter. He's a fighter for our community. He's a fighter for our people. He's a fighter. He's not afraid of taking on any challenges. Trust me, I serve with him, I know. He doesn't play, okay? So listen, you all hear all these things in the news. You hear all these things about things that he's trying to do. And the news loves to put out our negatives. But this is like a garden. And what he's doing is he's planting the seeds. And those seeds are going to grow. And in the future, you will see that Mayor Brandon Johnson did the right thing for the city of Chicago. Can you hear me? He can fix what has been broken for a long time. He hasn't even been in office 1 year yet. But you will see. You will see the fruits of his labor. You will see the work that he is planting right now. Well, it's going to transcend our community and make our community a better place. A place that people are proud to live, to work, and to shop. All right? I'm tired of being passed over. I'm tired of not having somebody fight for me. I'm tired of not having a mayor that cares about the south side, the west side, and every part of the city of Chicago, except for downtown. This mayor cares. And so I'm very proud to stand with him and to let him know that whatever you need from me, I'm here for you. You all welcome Mayor Brandon Johnson.
Wow. I didn't even know Stan liked me that much. Y'all keep clapping for our Cook County Commissioner, Stanley. I've had the privilege of serving with Commissioner Moore, and from the very moment that I became a Cook County Commissioner, this is what Cook County Commissioner Stanley Moore said to me. So you won, huh? You really want to be here? And then he said, here's what you got to do. And they began to give the list.
Thank you. Whoa, that's really loud. And one more time. Good evening. All right. Thank you all for coming. I'm Cook County Commissioner Stanley Moore. This is an amazing event. I want to thank each and every one of you all for coming out. And I want to tell a real quick story. Cook County is so special to me. It's a very special place. I love this job. I love the job that I have. And it's an enjoyment each and every day that I get an opportunity to work with President Tony Pretnick. Let's give him a round of applause. I am so proud here today because I see, first of all of my Cook County doctors, please raise your hand. I want you to understand that Cook County saves lives. And this year and last year has been a very trying time for me and my family. And if it wasn't for Cook County Hospital saved my family's life and has made my life more bearable. So I want you to understand the importance of what I do and why we do it and how it affects each and every person's life. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my president of the county board, Tony Pretnick.
Good evening, everybody. I am very grateful for that kind introduction. You heard from our Commissioner Moore about the importance of our healthcare system. And let me just say, half of our budget is healthcare. We have about a $9.2 billion budget, and $4.6 billion of it is healthcare. Now, Commissioner Moore can provide some personal testimony as to what those investments mean and the way in which our system has been supportive to families like his, to both his parents, to his brother, providing great care across the board to anybody who comes to our door. So I'm very grateful for the work done by our docs and our healthcare professionals in our health and hospital system, and very grateful to Commissioner Moore for his support in the Board of Commissioners. Because as the county executive, you can propose things, but you need friends and supporters in the Board of Commissioners to implement anything, to make it happen. So I'm very grateful to him and grateful to all of you for coming out to support it. Because I always say you got your day job, but if you don't raise money, if you don't have good people who are willing to walk the streets for you, make phone calls, get out yard signs, you're never going to be able to stay in office. So thank you all for the support that you've given him that's enabled him to do his good work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to introduce to you a young, dynamic alderman who is rising quickly through the ranks, and he's a good friend of mine, and he's also a pastor, so we can't let him talk too long. Alderman Will Hall, everyone, give him a round of applause.
First thing you want to do is turn some water into wine on a Friday. You feel me? But on a serious note, tonight we are here because of a generous, consistent, courageous leader and none other than Commissioner Stanley Moore. So can we clap our hands one more time for this courageous leader? I would say this, that if I knew what I knew now, would I do it again? I would. Because he has been a great support. Whether it was just advice, zoo tickets, but moreover, just consistency. And his family is an example of what it means to show up, serve, and to help. And so on tonight, we celebrate not only what you've done, but what's to come. Because it will be better than what's been. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you. Now I'm going to turn this over to the band. And this is one dynamic band. And I think you guys will love the Shea Butter Band.
All right, thank you everybody. Definitely thank the Commissioner for inviting us out. Here with all these politicians and all the preachers, I think I may do a quick speech. How about a speech? Speech with the Shea Butter Band. To see if my band is going to approve this message. Andre, y'all talking. We need your attention on that. Yes, sir. So, Commissioner, we want to thank y'all for letting us be ourselves. Because we are a part of the nation. And if you feel like you're in ecstasy, something in our hearts may ask you to close the door. But remember, it's all about love and happiness. And when you leave here tonight, we want you to have a fever from us cooling you out for the sake of love. But we're not going to let you leave here till we get your last $2. And then we're going to say, hit the road, Jack. Now how's that? Y'all ready to put some shea butter on?
Remember this last summer, we hired 24, almost 25,000 young people. That's a 20% increase from the previous year. And thank God for people like Alderman Hall, Alderwoman Harris. We added $76 million more to hire 4,000 more young people on top of the 25,000 we hired. Paid time off, sub-minimum wage. These are things that we've done within less than a year. And thank God for the leadership of Black political leadership. Because here's the thing. Black political leadership has the ability to raise the standard for everyone. There are more strong positions for Black political leadership right now. We have the Vice Mayor, we have budget, finance, rules, corporate counsel. It's the first time in history where Black political leadership has dominated all of those committees. But here's the brown people have political positions and they've ever had as well. So they didn't lose at the expense of someone else winning. Because one thing that I learned, and I'll close with this, and this is why having someone like Stan Moore in position, because it protects our legacy. Everything that the generation before us did and began to do, we have an opportunity to finish some of those assignments and then set a course for the next generation. I have a $1.25 billion bonds deal that's being debated right now that will bring economic development, commercial real estate, as well as housing. And then we're going to preserve and protect the TIF in the design in which Harold Washington wanted it to stay within the communities. And then the slush fund, with those communities who didn't really need the TIFs, I'm going to use those dollars to pay back the bonds. So we're going to not only invest in people with this deal, we're going to protect the legacy of Mayor Harold Washington, and then those who try to destroy it, I'm going to use that to pay back their just due. Just call it a mini form of reparations. A $16.77 billion budget with all of these critical investments, a legacy that has profound roots in Cook County Commissioner Stanley Moore, and we did all of that without raising your property taxes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.